DIY Jeep guy here with a follow-up video to the 1911 video I posted earlier about the Ed Brown barrel. I got some gauges in. I got a go gauge and a no-go gauge through Clymer. Sorry, the lighting's a little bad, but so I want to check the Ed Brown barrel with these gauges, make sure everything's all right. I was having a little bit of trouble at first because I'm not real keen when it comes to these kind of things. I've only ever checked a couple gauges on like my M1 Grand I got, and it's been a long time ago. I kind of forgot the process, but I think on most firearms you should remove your extractor and things of that nature that get in the way. So I went ahead and removed my extractor and firing pin, which I hadn't done in a long time, so they both need, the extractor was kind of dirty, needed cleaned up a little bit. That was good to do. But once I did that, I was able to go ahead and test, and I'll show you guys what I did and what I found out, so you can try to do it yourself. So basically, the gun, I removed the spring, the guide rod, just so it's pretty easy to slide right now. There shouldn't be any real tension or anything under the slide or the barrel. So, and with that being said, if you can slide this up a little bit, get it to kind of match up with your barrel there, make it easier. I did the go gauge first. This is the no-go. We'll take the go gauge here, and I found just tilting the gun back a little bit like this makes it probably easiest. So you can just start it in and let it fall in place right there. And once it's in, basically with these types of tests, typically you should just use, just very slight pressure forward. And with the go gauge, your firearm should go in the battery like it did. So that's a good test. It looks good. Meets that requirement. So go ahead and just open our slide back up. Just let it catch in your hand. We'll grab the no-go gauge now, and same type of thing. We'll slide up a little bit so it's easier. And then, like I said, this is the easiest way I found. Just kind of rotating the gun forward, letting it just fall into place like this. Maybe past the barrel hood, fell into place. So with this test, this should not close all the way. It's a no-go gauge. I went ahead and just bought the pack of both of them, and it seems to me like that's the best way to test. It's nice to have both those gauges rather than just one. So like I said, just with a moderate pressure forward, like with your thumb, that shouldn't lock up, that shouldn't go forward all the way. And sometimes you can tell a little bit, like up in here, if there's a little bit of a gap there. So like I said, no-go gauge, it's not locking up. You guys can probably see on this side right here where that slide's not all the way forward, and you can see over here like the safety's not going to engage where it is right now. So so it seems like a good test to me. Go ahead and let that one fall out. So it's out. And like I said, I tried to do this test myself with the gun just completely assembled with all these parts, and the slide wouldn't lock up either way. So I went ahead and removed the firing pin and extractor, and I even watched a video to figure out how to do that, just because it's been a long time. It's fairly simple if you got some type of punch or something laying around. I just used a couple small punches right here, and they worked fine. It's pretty simple. But yeah, so if you need to check, or you want to check just to be cautious and just to be sure, like you should be when it comes to firearms, that's how you'll check, at least this 1911, to check if your headspace is correct. So hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching, and yeah, thanks.